about to start picking the tulips for the tulip bunches. So what has happened here is that some of them had short stems and they were blown open. And so those ones aren't going to be usable. But some of them are longer stemmed. Some of them have been open for a day. Some of them are just about to open. Some of them have been open for a bit. So I have to go through and pick out the ones that are still usable. And so this has been a bit of a learning lesson for me. So the stems are short. I think it's probably a water thing. Tulips are big time drinkers, and I mean, I've been watering them, but like last year I had long stems and it wasn't an issue. But as I'm thinking now, like we had quite a bit of rain last spring, so we haven't had that this year. So I really should have been probably watering even more than I have been. But anyways, it's all good. We have quite a few tulips here that are going to be amazing for bunches, and so that's what I'm up to right now. I'm just picking. I'm going to pick here, and then go in and then make all the bunches. So I'm going to get as many tulips as possible. And the other thing too, that I've kind of learned just with having tulips in this little patch that I have, the tulips, if you cut them, and year after year, they don't necessarily come back large and in charge like they do the first year. So actually, I get rid of the bulbs. So I'm going to cut them, and then they're going to go into our compost pile just over here. So yeah, basically they're one and done kind of thing. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but honestly, they just don't come back with the length and with the flower like they do the first year that they grow. So that is a bit of a thing too. So that's something that I learned just by, well, I mean, anybody that grows cut flowers, they'll tell you that. But I've learned that just from like myself having a few. I can even just show you here. There's a couple that I didn't get rid of last year, and I'll just show you. So here are a couple that were just kind of left. Well, there's a few here that were just left from last year and not cleaned up properly because this garden gets neglected, and they're just really short. And those were ones that would have had beautiful flowers on them last year, but they're not good anymore. So there's a good idea or example of what that's all about. So anyways, I'm gonna get to picking here. And all right, so these are a couple of my buckets. I got more inside the house, but I just put fresh cold water in them, and these are the buckets that I was sanitizing earlier to make sure that they were good to go. So yeah, I'm just gonna get picking. I'm gonna start over here because there's some real beautiful ones that I am obsessed with already. Oh man, sad that some of these are just some of these just I don't really know about some of these. It's kind of sad, like some of these doubles just don't really look that great. Oh, there's a couple here. These nice pink ones. So yeah, so you can see here, and then I'm just gonna snip off that bulb. We also do not need these leaves. They're just gonna take up precious real estate in my bucket. We can leave a couple on. Anyways, tulips are heavy drinkers, and they want lots of water. So that is important. Change your water on your tulips often. They like fresh water, and they like lots of it. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit sad about some of these. I don't know, but hey, you know what? You gotta learn sometime. So that's what I'm up to this year. Big time learning curve. And then there's some in here that are just super short, some doubles. I don't have a clue why. And there's quite a few in here that actually haven't even bloomed yet, so that makes me excited. Like when I get down here and look, it's like, okay, you know what? We just might have tulips for a few weeks now that I'm in here kind of browsing around. So yeah, there's a whole big mix big mix of them. Generally what I'll do is I'll pick them, take their bulb off, then I'll go inside and I'll strip all the leaves off of them inside. So I'll probably do that just to hurry this up a bit more, so I'm not literally doing this till the cows come home or Mark. These ones are really pretty. I cannot remember at all what I have here because I planted them last year. But I could look them up. Okay, you guys, so full disclosure, I've been stressing about the tulips since, I don't know, since some of them started to blow open when they were really short. And I've been stressing about them. I was just thinking, there's no way I can do these tulips because I'm not here all the time. And they're time sensitive, you know, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I can't, like I have been so stressed about them. Anyways, I have been in here picking tons of them. And honestly, once I'm like in here actually being able to like sift through them and pick out the ones that are good and everything, like this is the start of my 5th bucket and I just started on the end. So I am feeling the greatest amount of relief right now. I am going to pick every frickin' tulip that I possibly can that's close to being ready because again, I go home tomorrow. I'm home until Friday night, and then, you know, I'm not here to be able to pick them when they open up. So I'm picking every single one that I possibly can for these bouquets, and they're going to be amazing. But I'm so pumped because I was so stressed. I was like, oh my God, they're like opening up, and you know, lots of them have opened up past the point of being good. Like lots have. Like lots of the ones, like all the ones that are pretty much over there aren't good anymore. The ones that are open because they blew open or like I wasn't able to get them in time, you know, kind of thing. So anyways, I am pumped because there's so many that are still so good. So I am just picking away in all my glory and I'm just so excited about making these bouquets, like just pumped. So yes, I will be back in a bit. I'm just going to keep picking away, but I just wanted to stop and check in. All right, so I've been steady making bouquets now. I've got 7 of them done so far, and I'm just working on another. I've done 1 bunch, or like, one of the bunches is like pastel-y colors with purples and magenta and some pinky ones in there. They're all a little bit different, but that's like the first one there. And then I'm working on one with really bright colors now. So I think I'm going to do a bunch of these ones and then just kind of some random ones. So that's what we're up to here. I have there's like a bunch of tulips that I picked that I had no, oh my goodness, this one is 2, it's a 2 for 1. That's cool. Anyways, I picked a bunch, left the bulbs on them because I had no more buckets. I honestly really underestimated, I'm actually horrendously unprepared, I realized, and my time management is not up to par yet. However, I'll get there. But yeah, oh my gosh. Hey, that's interesting. That's the second one that has two blooms on it. That's amazing. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't have enough buckets. And there's more, but they're in the shop. So anyway, but these, if you leave the bulbs on, they're fine. So yeah, I just want to get out here because there's some Queen of the Night at the bottom that I really want to use, and some bouquets. So I am just gonna get these prepped up out here. I honestly haven't even really taken all the leaves off because I don't have time for that right now. So I'm just trying to get these done before tomorrow. But whatever, that's how I roll. I should have picked them earlier in the day, like in the morning. I should have gotten up early and gotten out. I don't know what I was thinking, but I should have done that. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's all is well. We'll get these all dealt with, and then I'll just be giving her for the next, probably, I don't know, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. So I'll probably end up doing this till, I'm going to say, midnight. But I don't have to be back to work till noon tomorrow, so I've got time to get these all done, and then get my life together in the morning, and then head home. I am supposed to hit the city. I have to go pay my brother for my tire bill that I was in a rush last week, and I just bolted out of his shop. So I am supposed to go do that, but if I'm too tired, I need to sleep in, I guess I'll just phone my credit card in and deal with that then. But yeah, so just basically I'm just taking the bulb off, putting it in the compost bucket, taking some of the leaves off, and then yeah, we'll use them. So I don't know, there's probably like 100 stems in here. Some of these, oh gosh, I wish I could remember, but what I ordered was basically, I ordered like a kind of like mixed variety packs, because I wanted to see what they were all about. Like I wanted to see kind of as many colors as I could, because I have literally never grown tulips like this before. So I grew or I ordered like just kind of their variety packs, which I'll have to look back on what the on the invoice from last year just to see what they all were. But now I kind of have a really good idea of like what the colors look like. And yeah, what I like. I mean, I've actually really truly love all the ones that I've grown. There's two kinds that actually didn't get very tall. That was my problem I was talking about earlier. And so those ones, they were doubles. They're those ones that have like those nice big double. They kind of look like a peony. Anyways, those ones unfortunately kind of shit the bed for me. So, but that's only two kinds out of like so many that I got. So I can't really complain too much. I think, you know, the rest of them did pretty good. And I mean, I didn't even really have a chance to look at them closely because I've been so focused on getting that garden planted. So I didn't even really know what was going on in there until tonight. And yeah, it's a good thing I got these tulips going on. I think I might have been able to do a few bouquets last weekend, but I don't think I would have been able to really do a big haul like this. So I think it's the right time. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I'm gonna have to get feedback from everybody on how the tulips stand up and how long they last, but I think these are in good shape. So I think they will be loved. And the people that are supportive, that support me are really understanding. They know that I'm very new at this, so they are ultra understanding and supportive. So I am super lucky for that. So they'll be telling me the truth if things are not great. They'll let me know, which is great for ordering. And like, I was thinking seriously, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to order tulips, but now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get that tulip order in, because technically, to guarantee you the tulips that you want, the tulip order for this fall has to go in right away, if not already. Like, so if you want to guarantee get what you order, you got to get on it. So I'm happy to see that these have turned out, because I was like, oh, I don't know, this kind of is dodgy, and it is still a little bit dodgy, but I kind of like to live on the edge a little bit. So just the time sensitivity of tulips, and when they need to be picked, and when they're blooming, and all that stuff. And so I learned so much already with them this year. Just that water situation, I guess that's a pretty big deal. But I mean, these got great length, so obviously whatever I did was perfectly fine. There's just some tulips that were not perfectly fine. So anyhow, I'm just gonna wrap this up, finish cutting these, and then I'm gonna head in and finish up making bouquets for the night, and then that'll be it.